When you dwell more on what is negative, you miss the bigger picture. I also sell forever living products because I need to bring in any income to my pocket.
When I was starting to self-reflect, I realized that I did not believe in mentorship and coaching because I did not want to be responsible to anybody,
Don't remain in a comfortable position. When the cheese is not there, then start looking around. And don't be comfortable.
Let me introduce to you the new kid on the block. Melie is a new skincare range that recently launched. It is for face and for body. We deal with hyperpigmentation, anti-aging, wrinkles, natural glow. We also deal with dark inner areas. We target dark inner thighs, dark armpits, dark neck, dark elbows, dark knees, you name it. We also have a shaving combo. This shaving combo deals with ingrowns and shaving bumps. Both men and women can use this good quality product shaving range. We've got good actives in our product from glycolic acid, hyaluronic acid, kojic acid, and many more. You can contact us on the WhatsApp number that is popping on the screen, or you can reach out to us on all our social media platforms. We are here for all your skin needs.
Hi everyone, this is the Working Wife, the Working Woman podcast, and I'm your host, Promise Makunyane. This podcast is really about women working, women inspiring each other to do it for themselves. I always say it's good to have a man do stuff for you, but it's much more better if you can also do stuff for yourself, okay? And really, this is women across all borders, you can be across all careers and industries and businesses. You can be a businesswoman, you can be a career woman, you can be a hustler, you name it. If you feel that you've got a story, an inspirational story for you to come and inspire other women, write to us on the email address that is popping on the screen. Do not forget to put your number, preferably your WhatsApp number, so that we can contact you once we vet your story. Guys, we do have another podcast, which is a sister podcast called O Narrative Podcast. It airs on the very same channel on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. and it's about marriage and family dynamics. You should check out the episodes as well. And this particular one that you're watching, it airs every Sundays at 6 p.m. And today it's another installment. Before we're going to introduce our guest, I'm going to ask you guys to please subscribe. As I've said, we are on the road to 100K. Maybe by the time you watch this, we'll be on 90K. I don't know. But we're almost there. We're on 89 point something, and that means a lot to me. It's absolutely free to subscribe, but it makes a whole difference on our side, okay? Anyway, today we've got another installment, another lady, very inspirational, that is going to share her beautiful business journey and family and hi.
Hello.
Hi. When you were here, you were asking, so she got here and then her husband needs to bring what she's about, the product. And I wanted to ask, do you work with your husband?
Well, it's not my husband at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's my
boyfriend.
partner. My boyfriend.
My partner.
Yes.
I will say a partner. What is a partner? Wait, see, you guys, you are glamorizing these things. What is a partner?
Let's leave it as a boyfriend. He's my partner because we partner together. We do things together.
I love that.
When I'm not around, he runs the show.
I love that. Okay, girl. And you guys have a child together?
Yes, we do.
Oh, nice.
He's turning 3 this year.
Oh, it's a boy.
It's a boy. Yes.
That's nice. Are you guys going to get married or not?
At the moment, let's say we are happy as we are.
I love that. I love that. Because everybody's thinking, we must get married, even though...
If it happens, it happens. If
Yeah.
it doesn't, it doesn't. Not everyone will get there.
Yeah.
You just need to accept that.
True. Anyway, we're not here about your marriage affairs and your relationship affairs, but I just brought in your partner because he's going to come and bring us what you're about.
Yes.
Anyway, on this podcast, we start with icebreakers.
Okay.
We're going to start with icebreakers so that we can just get to know you outside what you do.
Okay.
We're going to go to the first one, which is, what is the best advice you ever received?
Be positive in a negative situation.
Sure. What does that mean for you? How on earth am I going to be positive in a negative situation?
When you dwell more on what is negative, you miss the bigger picture. So the minute you tell yourself that, let's say you are sick, but the next day you will be fine. Now it gives you hope to know that there's a better tomorrow.
Oh, girl, I love that. If you would eliminate one thing about your daily routine, what would it be? And why?
Driving,
Me and you.
because it consumed time.
Ah,
I could be focusing on other things, but when you're out there on the road, I could eliminate that as soon as I can.
oh, I thought maybe you don't. I don't like driving. So for you, it's you'd rather fly so that it's quicker.
Yes. I enjoy driving, but it takes a lot of time. Yes.
I don't like driving. I just drive because, you know. Anyway, what is your favorite time of the day? Are you like a morning or a night person?
I'm a morning person. My brain works faster early hours.
Yeah.
Then during the day, you get distracted by so many things. But I like my me time where I can read my book, where I can exercise while everything is quiet.
Speaking about books, what is the one book you've ever read that it changed your life?
It's Who Moved My Cheese
Who Moved
by
My
John
Cheese?
Spencer.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a very good book.
What is it about? I just know it. It's the one that has a big cheese in front.
Yes.
Right? What is it about?
Most about don't remain in a comfortable position. When the cheese is not there, then start looking around. And don't be comfortable. Don't be resistant to change as well.
Lovely. Lastly, why do you think it's important for women to work, whether in or out of marriages?
I've seen a lot of women that are in abusive situations because they are settling and depending on someone. But when you work, you can have your own rules.
Yeah.
Not disrespecting people, but you are able to make your own choices, not because you have to. And also, as women, we are naturals, we build.
Yeah.
So we have to work and also show our kids that it's done. Gone are those days where it's only men that are working.
Yeah.
Women can be out there and do things. I mean, again, back in the days when our grandfathers were working in the mines, it was the women that were taking care of the households.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So women need to really work and know that we are powerful. Yes.
Powerful. Anyway, introduce yourself. Tell my people who you are and what you do. We know you're a mom.
My name is Philisiwe ON, born in the Eastern Cape. Did my primary levels there. I was raised by my grandmother and my grandfather, but my grandmother passed on. So after that, we had to move to Cape Town and stayed with my mom where I did my high school and did my varsity there at the University of the Western Cape. I studied environmental and water science with a postgrad in integrated water resource management. Then from then I worked at the mines and worked in different FMCG companies as the health and safety specialist. And I also did my NIBOSH diploma. So in between, then there's Shangoni Foods that I was born.
What is NIBOSH?
NIBOSH, it's an international qualification. It's called NIBOSH, but my qualification is occupational health and safety. Yes.
So let's speak about the move between you staying with your grandmother and then now you're moving in with your mother. How was the dynamic? How were you when you were staying with your grandparents and the change to staying with your mother?
With my grandparent, it was nice because we were at home, open space, big yard in the Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
Then we moved to stay with my mom in a shack.
Oh no.
So there was a huge transition. But because I was that young girl who grew up not liking a lot of things, I was always content with what I had.
Yeah.
So staying with my mom was also nice, even though it would have been nicer to stay with my grandmother because, with grannies, they do a lot of things for you. So now when my mom had to be at work, I had to take care of my brother, cook and everything. But it was nice as well because that's what we had.
Yeah.
Yes.
What did your mother do? Where was she working?
At the time, she was working at Pick and Pay as a tail packer. So she had to take care of us with the little that she had.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you don't mention your dad in your upbringing.
My dad was not there because they were not married. But as I grew, we started to build that relationship. So now we are good.
Okay.
Yes.
So you've got one sibling from your mom.
I have my sister. She's I think 13. Yeah. Because she was born when I was 23. So
Okay.
I sometimes
Ooh,
forget
what
her.
an age gap.
Yeah.
So you just two, you and your little sister.
It's my brother and my sister. So we are three
You
from
are
my
three.
mom. Yes.
Okay. From Eastern Cape, Cape Town, how do you come to Johannesburg?
So from Eastern Cape, Cape Town, then I went to Free State where I worked at the mine for 2 years. Then my internship program came to an end. Then I worked in a family business, 2016 in Joburg. So that's how I ended up in Joburg. So I worked there for 2 years. It's an engineering firm. So from then I started to join the FMCG companies around Gauteng. So I've been in Gauteng since 2016.
Whose business was it? The engineering business?
My aunt.
Your aunt?
She's younger than my mom, yes.
Oh, okay. She's an engineer.
She's an engineer.
Successful.
Yes. Successful, yes. She left a full-time job and opened her own engineering company. Yes.
And tell me, from you being an engineer, you working, are you still working currently?
No, the engineer is my aunt.
No, I mean your health
and safety.
Health and safety.
No, I left my job. I resigned. Yes.
Okay. As you're working, that's when you are now cultivating your business or starting your business, your food business.
I actually started my business, let me give you a background.
Yes, please.
In 2020, during COVID. Because there were so many uncertainties about job security.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, what do I need to do in order to sustain myself and my family? Because I'm a breadwinner at home. So if I lose a job, I don't want to find myself frustrated or having to depend on someone or ask. I don't like handouts, right? So that's when I started to look for things that I can do.
Yeah.
And I started selling muhodu. So I would go to the farm, buy muhodu, get to my house, clean it, and then do deliveries.
Wow.
So that's where the dream started. Because now, I mean, we know most of the time, if you feel like clean muhodu, you can't find it. You'll go to the retail stores, but you'll find muhodu, but not the way that you are used to, especially in the villages, because the slaughter is fresh, it gets cooked. It's not frozen. So I sell it as fresh as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and as staying in the suburb area, I know for most people, myself included, I find it difficult to go to the township.
Convenience. We want convenience.
Correct. So delivery was the best option. Then I started posting on socials. People responded very well. So the dream started by selling meat. Then in 2021, I was like, okay, because I have passion for cooking. And some people would ask me, we would like to buy maybe cooked food because we stay in flats. So to cook muhodu, it's not going to be nice, the smell, etc., and the time it takes. So I started cooking in 2021 in my house. Then I would cook on weekends. And I partnered with Uber Eats while I was still at my house. Then people will order and they will come collect food or it will be delivered via that option. So 2021 to 2023, I continued with the same thing. So cooking was only on weekends, same as deliveries, because during the week, I'm at work.
Working.
Yes. Then 2024, I opened a restaurant in Edenville because like now there's more demand. So if I can put the brand out there, probably people will respond very well. And sometimes people buy with their eyes. You can put on socials. Not everyone has Facebook. Not everyone has Instagram. But when a person passes by, they're like, okay, let me stop by and see what you have in this place. So I opened a restaurant in Boxback, but in August, then we closed it and moved to Edenville because I realized that most of my customers are actually coming from Midrand, Kempton Park, and Edenville, it's more central. So now the restaurant are relocated to Edenville in September last year.
Okay. Let's come step by step.
Okay.
You're working and then you are thinking it's COVID, which is actually very smart of you to actually already be thinking of ways. Or did you think when COVID was starting, because some of us when COVID was starting, we thought, I know, it's games, I didn't really think that deep until I saw that we are in it, And so during COVID, you see that this is going to affect job security.
Correct.
So you start to go to, or how do you now have connections to go to farms? And I like asking these questions because there's somebody that is there on the couch that is just thinking things are not possible, they are not doable. So that's why I want to ask people, you can say maybe the simplest or the stupidest question so that somebody can get that you don't need magic to start anything that you want to start. So I want to understand that, how do you now think about going to farms? Which farms are you going to? Where do you think these people, like, how do you, what farm are you going to,
Yeah, so there was a friend of mine where we used to talk about these things together. So we go to different abattoirs around Gauteng, and sometimes we drive as Mpumalanga to get meat. So we source it there. I mean, when you want to do something, you also surf the internet.
Yeah.
Because nowadays everyone has data. On your cell phone, you can start Googling things and check, what do I need to do? Because if I can just loop in something that I also do, I also sell forever living products because I need to bring in any income to my pocket.
Yeah.
I sell Yahon. I can't pronounce the name properly, but it's cleaning products.
We've hosted her here. I don't know if you've seen her episode.
I will
The
check.
founder, you need
Yes.
to, yeah.
So I also sell those products. Anything that will bring me extra R1 in my pocket, it means a lot. So I always look at it. What is it that people need? Because I want to become a solution to their problems. Yeah. So people search on the internet, see what is it that I want to do.
You touch on something very, very important that currently that is my wavelength, where women need to diversify their incomes, you know. You don't have to, if you think your dream is far-fetched or you're going to need a lot of money, you need to do other things that is going to fund that big dream,
Yes.
So I'm a true believer in multiple streams of income. And like you said, you're selling forever living. You're also a Yahwana distributor. Like, somebody will look at you and say, is things really that bad? But you've got a plan on why I'm doing these things because of your big dream, which is your restaurant.
Correct. Yes.
So guys, if there's one thing that you guys know I preach, is multiple streams of income, diversify your income. Like, you've got time. 24 hours is a lot. You can do a lot of things, Anyway, so you surf the internet, you see where you can get your meat.
Yes.
The farms.
Yes.
You go there.
Yes.
And then you tell them that I'm here to buy meat.
Actually, you go there, you find many people outside. You are lost. You're like, what is happening? Is this a queue or what? You find men and women buying meat for their restaurants, and for Abo Mama who are selling on the corners.
Oh.
You find some of them there buying their food because freshness is everything. And then you start now making contacts to check, okay, can I order? Can I get deliveries? But unfortunately, for the type of meat, like if you don't buy in tons,
Yeah.
you just have to go there, unfortunately, up until I get to that position where I'll probably have now a full furnished butchery where meat can be delivered to me. Yes.
Okay. So you need to grow your business to a point where they can take you as one of their suppliers.
Yes.
So now you were going there buying, coming to sell.
I still go there.
You still go
Yeah,
there?
I still go there.
Sure.
Buy meat for the restaurant and buy meat for deliveries.
How often do you go there?
I go twice a week.
So do you still sell meat separate than the restaurant?
Yes.
Oh, you still sell meat.
Yeah, so even right now I call my business, it's a butchery and a restaurant because I still have my fridges for meat. Like your tripe, your muhodu insides, I collect them in the morning, then the customers will come and collect, or we send Uber, or I go and deliver. And then for certain meats like your quarter legs, etc., those ones you can keep in the fridge, and then the person can come and collect in a day or two. But we don't want to keep stock in the fridge. It must go as fresh as we receive
possible.
it. Yes.
Sure.
So if you can visit our restaurant, you will see some people will come, they will buy food. Some will come living with plastics of meat.
Of meat.
Yes. So I do it concurrent.
Okay, so I know some lady that is doing this business. I just thought, until you sit with people that are doing something, you realize that actually these things are doable, because I think a butchery is a men's business, not necessarily for women. But anyway, you now start selling during COVID, and people are receptive of it. Were you just selling tribe only? Mogodu only?
At the time, it was tripe only. Yes. And then 2020, it was tripe only. And then I think around September, I can't remember when though, then I started introducing hard body chicken.
Okay.
Because now people will start asking about certain things, then I will source meat. Then 2023, that's when I introduced oxhead meat.
Ox? Oh, yes.
Yes.
Ox head.
Yes. So now I have actually everything because now I have access to different farms, to different meat. If you want pork chops, or if you want quarter leg, or if you want 4/4, or you want a whole lamb for your spit braai,
Yeah.
I can get that for you as well.
Sure, girl. Yes. So how do you get to a point where you're like, you know what? I'm jumping ship. I can't do the 9 to 5, the corporate life, the what life. I'm a businesswoman full time now. When do you get there?
So when you have a dream, you can have employees who are doing things behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But when something is starting, I believe when you are full hands-on, you are able to even see certain things.
Yeah.
Because it was not easy to be on my 9 to 5. Then after work, every day I had to go to the restaurant and only have time to spend on a Saturday. So certain things will not go as I wish or interacting with my customers. So I spoke with my mom and my aunt and said to them, actually, at this stage, I need to focus on this. And my aunt was very supportive because she left her job at 35.
She's a businesswoman.
And started her business. She was like, with this type of business, unfortunately, you have to do some sacrifices. So when my family was supportive of that, I was like, okay, then it's fine. I know it's not going to be nice not having a salary on the 25th, but now I'm waking up every day with my why. And I'm putting more hours. It's not easy because you work more. Sometimes I sleep only 4 hours. Running a business, like, I'm an entrepreneur. Actually, it's nicer when you are employed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you just get your salary.
You do your work. Certain things you don't have to worry about. Right now, I'm a salesperson. I'm in marketing. I'm HR. I'm finance. I'm everything up until the business grows. Yeah. So I took that. I was like, okay, it's fine. Let me leave my job and focus on this. And every day, I actually now wake up more happier than I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you left your job, when you finally resigned, was your business giving you like your salary, or you were just like, you know what, I'll see ngizobona khona shem so fela khona empini?
Ufele empini. Yeah. It's not giving me my salary, but when you focus on basic things that you need.
Yeah.
I can pay my rent. Because what I also had to do now, because my house is in Boksburg, I had to rent out my house and find a space to stay closer to the business.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Those sacrifices. Yeah. So for me, if I can pay my rent, I can pay basic things that I need, then I'm covered. Certain things we have because we can, but are not a must-have. I've cut out on dining out because now I need to save money and see my profits as to where they are taking me. Yeah. So it's a sacrifice, the big sacrifice, because to leave your job where you are getting X amount, the certain figure, to closer to not even 10% of it. Yeah.
It's courage.
It's
For you
courage.
to do that is courage, and it's having a vision. You can see where you're going. You might not be there now, but you can see where you are going.
Definitely.
Sure, then you resign. What year is that when you resign? Is it last year, 2023?
It was last year, and then I had to look for another job after a few months because I was like, I'm not sure about this. And then I worked.
No, let's speak about that because it's important that even when you left your job, you had to go back because you were like,
yeah, I was like, maybe
I jumped too soon.
Like after a month or two, then fortunately enough, I got another job. And then this year, then I was like, this is it.
I'm no longer working.
I'm no longer working.
Then you resigned at the second job.
Yes. Just after 11 months. Then I was like, no. And sometimes I'm a firm believer that God gives you a dream for a reason. there could be ups and downs, things that are happening in your workspace because you are turning a blind eye on what was given to you by God or your ancestors, depending on what you believe in. So now that I'm full-time, I start to see more customers, more positive reviews, and my energy as well. And I'm even more healthier than I was, even mentally.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Because you are waking up to your purpose, what you want to do.
Yes.
Your thing.
Yes.
You know.
As much as I'm qualified, I can do safety any day. You can wake me up at 2 a.m. I can advise. I can. But right now, it's what is in my heart more than anything.
You resign and you were selling still online. When do you decide to say that, okay, I need to open a restaurant? And the overheads, the rents, the employees.
I opened a restaurant last year while I was still employed.
Okay.
I took money from my savings from sales of Mukhodu and other meat that I was selling, and also took some money from my bond because I've always been paying extra. So I had that money, like, okay, let me get a space. There was no plan. So I was like, okay, if I can be able to pay rent, I will see. Like for my business was a matter of I'm doing it. I told my mentor, she was like, but why are you doing this so soon? So I'm that stubborn person.
mentee.
Sometimes if I want to do something,
Yeah.
I will do it. I will cry later. Like, hey, this thing is not
Happening.
but at least I've tried.
Yeah.
Then I will learn in between on what is it that I can do better. Yeah.
So you have a mentor.
I have a mentor. I have a couple of mentors.
Okay, tell us about your mentor. Your mentors. Like, how do you choose a mentor and for what?
So I actually met my mentor on Facebook. She is also a business lady.
Yeah.
So I actually pick people that I am drawn to. I see what they do and what I can learn from. The other mentor, he's a medical doctor. But because he's running his business, the fact that I'm in food business doesn't mean I just have to stick with people that are in the food business.
Industry.
Business is business. The principles are the same, irrespective of where you are. So I have a couple of mentors. The other one, we've not met in person, but when I want to run an idea, I call him and say, I would like to try 1, 2, 3, and then they will guide me accordingly. So it's a matter of also checking people, how they conduct themselves on the socials and approach them. So for me, I would approach you, Shem.
Yeah.
Can you help me? It's either you would say yes or no, but I would have tried.
You would have tried.
Yes.
The worst you can get is just a no.
Yeah. So I'm that person.
So do you go to them and say, hi, can you please be my mentor?
I first start with the conversation. Hi, how are you? I like what you are doing. And then when the person responds,
Yeah.
like, okay, can you please be my mentor? But I'm like, I know you are busy, but if you have time for me, it will be nice if you can accommodate me. Then the conversation starts, depending on how the person responds.
Sure.
It needs you to be brave.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot do anything in isolation. Unfortunately, you need to talk to people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I never believe, why I'm asking you about mentorship, I never believed in mentorship until I started my forever living business, and I was speaking to Hetty, the entrepreneur. I don't know if you know her. She does mentorships and coaching. So I was telling her that once you start to be self-aware and to be responsible, to be accountable, once you want to pivot, like once you are tired from where you are and you want to go to the next level, that's when you start to self-reflect. And when I was starting to self-reflect, I've realized that I did not believe in mentorship and coaching because I did not want to be responsible to anybody. I did not like accountability. I was lazy. I was just okay with the little that I was doing, But it took me to want to pivot my life, to want to take my life to the next level, for me to actually realize that I need mentorship, I need coaching, So I'm glad that you spoke about mentorship, because it was only this year when I started believing in mentorship, And now I still have just one a coach, but I see that just in life, like now I want to start being in property. So I'm going to need a mentor who is in property.
Definitely,
You know?
yes.
So I'm glad that you spoke about mentorship.
You can't do it alone.
You can't do it alone.
No, no matter how much you think you know, but you'll never know everything. So it's good that you've actually started to consider that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you open your restaurant
Yes.
in Boksburg.
In Boksburg.
You look for spaces. Are you looking at your budget, or you just like, you know what? I don't care about the budget as long as I've got a space.
I looked at a space in, actually, you know, this one time I woke up in 2023. I was like, it will be nice to have a restaurant because it's always been my dream. Like when I go back to my post 2021, 2022, I'll post my picture like your future restaurant owner because I like to manifest.
Yeah.
So I search on Property 24 commercial space. I go look for a space. I don't like the space. I see another one. I'm like, this is my space.
Just like that.
Just like that. I call my aunt. It's like, aunt, can you come and check the space out? When she approved, I know she's one person who's very particular.
She's also your mentor in a way.
Yes, she's my mentor in a way. The minute she says yes to something, I know, then it's fine. Now, where will I get the money from? Okay, I know I'm selling mohodu. Now it means I must sell more of mohodu so I can be able to have money for certain things. Then I draw money from my savings and draw money from the business savings as well. Then I start buying things. I went to the guys that are in the corners who are doing furniture. I told them I want furniture in this way. They did my tables and chairs, which I'm using even now.
Wow.
So sometimes when people walk in, the place looks expensive, but it's not expensive as they think, because behind the scenes, I looked at the cheapest ways of getting
Nice things. So you made them from scratch.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah. So sales, then I was able to buy my equipment. Obviously, I had to buy new fridges and other things that I need, my chopping boards, etc. Now people started advertising. I do my own posters on different apps, started advertising. I'm looking for people, kitchen assistants. I've never interviewed people for this, but now it's no longer be me who's going to be cooking. I need to have people that are running the show when I'm not around. Lucky enough, I opened the restaurant the 5th of January last year. So I had a week with them before going back to work to give training.
Okay.
It was a matter of faith.
Sure.
More than anything. So some months, I will not have money. Then I'll come and crying, I don't have money for rent.
Yes.
Or this other friend of mine, can you help me? Then they will come in for me because they knew that I'm hungry for this. Yeah, so starting with what you have, it's very important.
Very important.
Another person may wish to start selling food.
Yeah.
It may not be in a restaurant setup. Like I've mentioned, I started selling on weekends at my house. So post, cook food, take pictures, then post and say, this is what I'm selling. People will respond because people always want to eat.
Yeah.
And make sure you cook it nice. That's what is important.
Yes. Make sure they're nice. Because it's what is going to bring us back.
Exactly. Like I mentioned earlier, I didn't wake up with a restaurant. So even now, I mean, it's not funded by anything. It's self-funded.
Sure.
So it's not easy. So, and I do see it growing somewhere.
Yeah.
But I need to put in more work and market. Yes.
Where do you market? On social media?
On social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I also market, but I'm not really sure what is happening on Twitter.
Yeah.
So, but TikTok, most of the people that are coming, they're like, "Hey, we saw a video on TikTok." I'm like, "Oh, nice. We saw your post on Facebook, and also on these different pages." The latest one was the Entrepreneur Times. So I also posted there as well.
Yeah. So online, basically.
Online, yes.
Yeah. So then, as a restaurant owner, you moved from Boksburg to Edenvale.
Yes.
Because you saw that the traffic was coming from Midrand side.
Midrand, Kempton Park. So it's more central. Boksburg is far. People are like, hey, it's like we're driving to Mpumalanga. So like, okay, let me try to come closer to people.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the move, you know what? business is not, especially when you're a woman, it's not easy. Now, settling at Boxback thinking, oh, at least, I can breathe. And then now having to think that now my people are that side, I need to go that side.
Yes.
How was the move?
It was not easy.
Because you are leaving other people that side.
Yes, even now, other people were like, hey, Pili, you left us. We want your food. So the least I can do for people in Boxback now is to send food via Uber, especially during the week.
Yeah.
Where I can, I'm able to deliver, but it's not easy. But at the moment, I'm looking onto how can I get bikes for the restaurant that will be branded Shangoni, so people can get food wherever they are direct from the restaurant, then obviously pay for delivery as long as they get food the way they want it. So that's what I'm hoping to achieve.
To achieve
Yes.
your next achievement is
Correct.
getting the restaurant bikes.
Yes.
So how big is your space? Is it like the kitchen side? Can I sit and eat in your restaurant, or I just take away?
You can sit and eat.
Okay.
Yeah. Last month we even had 8 people who came, so table for 8. It's also
Okay.
there. Yes.
Girl.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you can come with your family, you can come with your team, and they enjoy food.
Where is it based?
It's 61 Van Riebeeck Avenue in Edenville.
It's just here, Mos.
Yeah, it's 2 blocks from Home Affairs and Municipality on that main road
So you have African food every single day.
every single day.
What is on the menu?
On the menu, we have mukhodu, we have beef stew, cow heels, pork trotters, skoposangu, which is sheep head, sheep trotters, oxtail, liver, ox tongue.
You always have that every day.
Almost every day.
Almost every day.
Yes.
How does your day look like then? If you have to cook those things, what time are they ready from?
They are ready from 11 o'clock. So meaning one must start early. Sometimes I'm at the restaurant at 6
Cooking.
cooking. Yes, because we're selling fresh food. It needs to be nice and fresh and tasty. So if it's sold out, let's say today things get sold out, sometimes it may not be available, let's say on Tuesday, because now we need to prioritize on what is moving faster. Like mukhodu, it moves faster. Oxhead meat, pork trotters. So oxtail, mostly I do it on weekends, and ox tongue, because not everyone
Wants it
wants it on a daily basis. But with those ones, nyama ya hloko, mukhodu, pork trotters, hard-body chicken, we have to make sure that they are there every day, and beef stew.
Sure. And how many times would you have like where you don't have any food at the end of the day? Is it often that you are sold out, or sometimes?
Weeks are not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the week or the first week of the month, it's always
Busy.
very slow.
Okay.
Yeah, that week from the 2nd until the 15th, it's a Mambara week.
Okay.
Yeah, so then the next week, then things start to improve.
up.
But now that it's winter, we've seen a different shift compared to the other months in terms of the first week of the month.
So people are eating like warm.
Yeah, people are eating warm food, yes. So, but mostly by 6 o'clock, our food is sold out. Yes, and sometimes we have to close early.
Sure, because
Sometimes people, they will be calling and say, we want food. So in between, we'll be cooking to make sure that people get food.
Yeah.
Because we're also on Mr. D. So imagine now there's takeaways, there's sit-ins, there's Mr. D. So there's cooking taking out throughout the day.
Sure.
Yeah.
And how many employees do you have? Do you've got people that are cooking and the waitrons?
I have 2 employees, myself and my partner in between. So we are everything. You take orders, then you serve as well. So it's not there yet.
So it's your 2 employees and you and your husband and your partner?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's only the 2 of us.
Cooking and serving and
Cooking
sending
and serving,
orders.
yes.
Sure.
Like there was a month where people just left 2 weeks apart. No, they got better jobs because unfortunately at this stage, the restaurant cannot afford those salaries because we are starting, we don't have other means of funding besides pushing sales. So if the business is not doing good, it will affect so many things. But we prioritize our employees more than anything. So there was a month where it was just the two of us working every day.
Cooking and serving.
Cooking,
and sending
serving,
out.
cleaning, and everything. Making sure we keep the same standard.
And you know what? It's important because you know how to cook.
Yes.
It's not like you are relying on people to cook for you.
Yes.
So that's very important.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I was also preaching to my other team that I had, where you have the recipes defined on what should be done and how, but then things will not be done properly. So when I came back from work, I will open the pot and I will tell them that this is not the right one without even tasting it, because the color will tell me if it was done properly.
So the color also tells you.
Yes. If it's done according to the recipe is followed, the color will tell me before I even taste it.
Yo.
So when you know, before you rely on other people, you must know exactly what you are doing.
You are right. Like I hosted a Chef Basi, and she was, what did she say, Anna? Was it Chef Basi or who? She's talking about a smell that you can smell when a chicken is ready or something. No, it was Onezo. I was hearing Onezo on Instagram.
Okay.
Saying that she can tell with the smell that chicken is ready. Sure.
Even when you cook pap, I'm sure you know the smell will tell you that this pap now is ready. With everything, the smell will give it.
It's ready. Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, lastly, as a restaurant owner, your husband, maybe we'll just call him because I want to just see your food. I get it. It's ready food.
It's ready food,
Yes. So we'll just wrap up and then check where he is so that we can actually show the people your food. So, but lastly, I want to ask, as a restaurant owner, what are the challenges that you are facing?
At this stage, the main challenge is having to run around. You leave the restaurant, you go source food.
Yeah.
Lack of funds sometimes because you need to stock up. You need to pay people. You also need to pay yourself.
Yeah.
So not having a backup financial muscle, it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
And also, when you cook your food, you have to make sure it's standard every day. Because with one mistake, there could be that customer complaint, which you don't want at all. Sometimes you can do your all, but there will be that one person who will find something wrong, you know. So the main challenge right now is on finances and also to get more people, because the way we get so busy, sometimes I would wish I can have 6 people behind the scenes, 2 in the kitchen cleaning up, 2 chopping while others are cooking, while one is focusing on Mr. D, welcoming customers. So at this stage, we are understaffed for the amount of work that we do. But we are pushing because we have faith that it will grow and things will unfold.
Nice.
Yes.
Wish you all the best. And you know what? We are so much inspired. This podcast, I always say, this podcast is just something else for me, because every woman that sits here leaves me thinking and seeing that there is more that I still need to do, you know, or leaves me courageous to live my 9 to 5, most especially, you know. And thank you so much for your time. Thank you for answering the call of your business, you know, because it's through people like you and souls like you that we see that it is possible.
Yes. Anything is possible when you want to do it, when you put your mind on it, and when you put extra hours.
Yeah.
And you need to pray. Because I believe in prayer more than anything. You ask God to guide you. You ask your ancestors to guide you. Because there are so many things that can happen, even your safety. You don't know who is really wishing you the best out there. But every day you wake up, you pray for your food, you pray for customers that are working and you also enjoy the food. So you pray, you work hard.
Yeah.
And you seek for help.
Seek for help.
Yes. Because you can't do it alone.
Yeah. Do you still cook in your household, or you just eat food from the restaurant?
Sometimes I don't even eat. But I make sure I don't miss my breakfast. Because when it gets busy, I'll be eating as I'm cooking because I need to taste.
Yeah.
So in my household, I'll cook maybe once a week.
Why do you cook when you are cooking every day? There's just food. Why don't you just dish up for your partner and your child?
Sometimes I want to eat something different, like pork
yeah.
chops, which I don't do at the restaurant. Yeah, so I eat my food actually every day. What is in the restaurant, it's what I eat almost every day. But sometimes I feel like umpokoko namas.
Yeah, okay.
So
You have to make that when
I
you
have
get
to make
home.
that one, yes.
Anyway, thank you so much. We appreciate your time. We're just going to check your partner, and then we're going to show the people the food and taste. So, madam, the food is here.
Yes.
The partner brought the food, and we're going to taste.
Okay.
Do you want me to be honest or to lie? For the viewers.
Honesty will save
Will
everyone.
save, right?
Yes. Lies have short legs.
Firstly, the smell, I'm giving you 10. It's inviting me.
Okay.
Okay, what is this? I don't know if people can see, but then, yeah.
We have semp,
Yeah.
cabbage, chakalaka, dumplings, pork trotters, and ox head meat namayahloch, the one that you just tasted.
Yeah. So, now it's 10 a.m. And this food are already ready.
Yes. We're there at the restaurant as early as 6 today.
No, it's nice. It's nice. Sorry about that. It's nice. Do you want to taste? I'll help. I'll make production to taste. After, do you want to come here and taste?
Production can definitely taste.
After the... Okay. Waban, there's no me eating and not spilling on myself. So... Look at your face.
I'm looking at you and how you're enjoying the food.
Yes, it's very nice. I don't want to lie. It's nice. I'm giving you 7.
Okay.
On the... okay, 8. 8. No, it's a distinction.
And the 2, what is missing on the 2? Because I
cannot give you everything now. No, but it's good. Let me tell you, it's good. Okay. And I can only imagine with pap.
And I have a chili sauce as well, actually.
Those are pork trotters.
Pork trotters, yes.
A bit of salt, but you can pour salt for yourself because a lot of people don't eat salt.
That's how we cook our food. Certain
sense.
people are diabetic, so you don't want to add a lot of salt. We cook it so you can be able to enjoy it. Then if you want to add anything extra, then you can do it on your own. Yes.
Yeah. No, they are good. They're good.
That semp, it's cooked the Makaya way.
Yeah, very nice. Also very soft. Very soft.
Thank you.
No, guys, they're good.
Pork trotters, what is the rating out of 10?
Pork trotters, I spoke about the salt, but you've explained about the salt situation. It's another 7.
Okay.
I think because I have to put myself salt, but it tastes good.
Thank you.
It tastes very good.
Now we're going on the cabbage.
My husband's favorite. He loves cabbage. But cabbage, when you cook it, it becomes so small.
Yes.
Cook a big cabbage and it's small in the...
It shrinks in the pot.
And you know what I love? You cooked it half what? There was a nanny of mine that told me not to cook veggies throughout.
You don't want to overcook them because you lose all the nutrients.
No good. Where's your partner?
And I'm waiting for my rating as well on my cabbage. Since we started with the ratings.
Cabbage is 10.
10 out of 10.
Yes, I love it. Cabbage is 10. And the chakalaka, no?
And the chakalaka.
Guys, I don't know if it was a good idea that I taste this food here because I'm such a clumsy person. I'm going to be so dating. I've got another shoot. I don't know.
Then you should, when you're inviting people like myself, you should have something extra to wear in your car.
Yes, because at home,
as long as you don't mess
beep.
yourself with that chakalaka.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
7.
Very
nice. Do you sell braai meat?
At the moment, no.
No.
But we're looking into that as well. It looks like someone is going to eat her lunch before lunchtime.
And they're already looking at me. See the production. They're going to eat the food as well.
Please don't finish it.
Your food is delicious.
Thank you.
Your food, I'll give you a good solid 8 out of 10.
Thank you.
So I'm going to pass there and eat.
And like I've mentioned, we have variety from our menu. So today we brought you these samples.
This is so
then
good.
for more at the restaurant.
And you guys, You have seen where? The restaurant is at. You've seen the details. It's on the screen. When you get there, tell her that we saw her on the podcast, Thank you.
Looking forward to more people coming.
Yeah. I hosted this lady that sells khemere. Her episode aired yesterday, and she was like, she got her first client from the podcast. She sent the assistants, they sent me the message saying, oh, somebody ordered from the podcast. So we pray that people reach you.
Thank you so much. I'm sure you'll be coming to our restaurant daily.
You know what I'm thinking now? Because I shoot here, that means I'll be going that way. When I go home, then I'll get food if I'm not going to cook. Because I also buy from my friend, what's that? A mobile kitchen, but it's in Randburg. So I think on days that I'm not going to go that side, I'll just pass because I'm always the side. So definitely you'll see me. That's what I'm saying.
And you can also order on Mr. D.
But then I'm all the way in the north.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but it will be easier for me. I'm 100% sure I'm going to be passing there. Most probably buying maybe meat. And when I get home, I cook pap. I don't trust my Papa Nyanama Eastern Cape people.
Well, I'm
Limpopo
sure.
pap is the real deal. So even at my friend's shop, I buy the meat and I cook the pap when I get home.
You'll be surprised. My pap is cooked the Limpopo way.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Okay. I'll have to.
You'll be the judge.
I'll be the judge.
Yeah.
The proof will be in the pudding. Anyway, thank you so much, Mama. And guys, this marks the end of the episode. Please take this moment to subscribe. I told you it's absolutely free. Is there anything you want to say? Anything else?
People can follow us on socials.
Yeah.
It's on Facebook, Shangoni Foods. On TikTok, it's Shangoni Foods Shangoni Foods SA.
Yeah.
On Instagram, Shangoni Foods _SA. And our number is 063-248-7000. They can call us or direct call or WhatsApp on the same number. And the address is 61 Van Riebeeck Avenue, Edenvale. If you're hosting, you have your family over, we can cater for that. We also deliver food in offices, office space. So we do any kind of event.
Lovely. Yes. We'll just put your details on the screen as well so that they can see them easier.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Mama. Guys, please take this moment to hit that subscribe button one more time, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.